Hey everyone, so for this video we're going to kind of experiment with filters, and we're just going to use no picture because it's sometimes a little bit easier to see if we don't have any pictures and we're just kind of working on colorful backgrounds. So your end goal is going to be making a filtered art piece, just starting with just one basic color. You can try to do more than one if you're on the more advanced end, but for the basics, you just need one color that's in your and then you're going to experiment with some filters, and then you're going to think about how the effects work, right? So we're going to start by putting any color on our stage, and you should have a two-column note set up in Google Doc. Okay, one column should be filter. Sorry, I'm looking up some colleges for some students. So one should be the filter, and the other should be effect. Okay, and then you should have like, I don't know, 6, 7 rows in your filter and effect. That video is not going to age well. I apologize to anyone listening. Sorry, sorry, I won't do it again. Okay, so you should have 6 to 8 rows, one with filter and one with effect. And what you're going to do is you're going to just create those effects on your canvas here and then explain what happens. So like the what I'm kind of previewing here is that you should go to filter here and you'll see a bunch of different options. So we want to experiment. You'll never kind of know all the options and what they do, but hopefully through this and through talking to your classmates, you'll kind of see what some of them do and see that there's a lot of effects that we can put, and we can stack effects together. So if I render, okay, I see flame, picture, frame, tree, clouds. All right, let me render some clouds here and see what happens. Oh, that's interesting. So what that seemed to do was to, actually create this sort of cloud effect with different spots of white and different spots of pink, right? So I'm kind of working through describing what I'm seeing. So I'm going to put cloud. What was my effect? It created clouds by making varying spots of white and my chosen color, purple, and it seems random, right? So it seems like it's not, it's just all over the place, right? So I'm just kind of describing as best as I can, right, what the effect does. And so for some effects, you'll be able to then stack other effects on top of it. So for example, if I render a lens flare here, okay, so I see the lens flare, and what can I do? So now this is where like the experiment, oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. So it's making a bright white spot, and I have the option of decreasing or increasing the brightness and changing the location. And then it commits to my screen. So for the first, 20 minutes of class or so, we're kind of just experimenting. The 5 or whatever number that we come up with, that's just kind of arbitrary. I mean, you can experiment with as many as you want. For the document, there's 6 that you should do, but you should see what different effects do. For some of them, you'll see that, oh, I put this, oh wow, there's like a whole bunch of things going on here, right? And there's some really cool ones. So like I'm gonna go like this and move around. Oh boy, nothing's happening here. Let's see, maybe if I do this or increase the pressure. Oh wait, now like wait a second. Now I see. What's happening here? Okay. Um, so you just kind of are experimenting with different ones. Now some of them will not stack, right? So some of them you won't be able to stack on top of each other. And in which case you might have to go back to the beginning just to see, all right, well, that seemed cool, but I didn't really know what was going on there. So let me, change this and see what happens if I, oh, let's see what happens if I make this smaller And let's see if I do a twirl clockwise. Oh, nothing happens if I do this. Okay, some other ones, you're going to have to use multiple colors as well, right? So this is where the experimenting comes in. If you're like, nothing happens when I do this, then that's fine as well, right? So some of these you're going to need multiple backgrounds, and some of them you're going to need like multiple things, multiple layers and stuff. But other ones like, okay, oh wait, that's like a quick effect that just does that. Let me see, go to noise and let me see what happens. And right, so for these you're just kind of seeing what happens at different points. Okay, so that's really what you're going to do today. Then you're going to show your classmates like, hey, this was my favorite one, like this affected this. I'm not really sure how this one works, but and then at the end you're going to create an art piece, and I'll show you guys some of the art pieces that some of your classmates came up with. Okay, but it's like an experimental lab, like you're experimenting with a lot of different things, just kind of seeing how they work, seeing how to use the different filters, and then creating an art piece at the end. All right, thanks, and I hope this helped.